morning and welcome to the first online English class for class 12. I'm going to take up the first poem of your text Flamingo. The poem is My Mother at 66 by Kamla Das. Kamla Das is one of the foremost poets of our country who has written short stories and poems not only in English but also in Malayalam. Her contribution to English literature as well as Malayalam literature has won her many accolades, one of them being Sahitya Akademi Award too. So today we begin with her poem, My Mother at 66. Before we begin, I would like to ask you, needless to say, all of you must have surely at any point of your life felt the terror or fear of losing someone very close to you, someone very dear to you. Even as small babies or kids, you might have noticed that small children, when they don't see their mothers, even for a second, they start screaming, they start crying in fear. That is the fear of losing that person whom they consider so dear, so close. Now here, this poem also tells you something very similar. It's a personal experience which the poet has narrated, in which she has captured the various emotions she feels at the time of saying goodbye to her mother. Wonderfully captured. She also gives you a glimpse of the beautiful bond that the mother and daughter share. So let us begin with the poem. I begin with the summary of the poem first. The poem begins with the poet telling about her visit to her parents' place, and she is returning from her parents' place to Kochi. And she is in a car with her mother going to the airport. On the way, her mother dozes off, and she happens to look at her mother's dozing figure, where she's dozing with her mouth open. And she's horrified to see how frail, how gaunt she looked. Just like a dead body, like a corpse. The thought really troubled her, disturbed her. She was very much upset and filled with terror or dread any child feels. And to escape from this harsh reality, she looks out of the window, trying to find solace in the scenery outside the window, where she notices the young trees sprinting as the car is speeding ahead. Obviously, the trees are sprinting backwards. Trees, symbol of youth, vitality, life itself. And then she sees the little children spilling out of their homes, coming out to play. Obviously, little children, again, symbolic of life, vitality, energy, exuberance. And she tries to find some comfort in these sights, seeing life in contrast to the deathly scene she had seen inside the car. As the journey comes to an end at the airport, she is busy with the formalities, and after that, when it is time for her to say goodbye to her mother, she looks at her mother again. And again she is hit with the same truth, that her mother had become very old. And she again compares her mother to the late winter moon waning. That means she has become very pale, has lost all that vitality, is very dull and listless, just like the fading light of the winter moon. She also felt her mother was fading away, slowly. Aging is a natural process, but it is also associated with death. And that is why it brings out that fear within us. So, hiding her true feelings, she bids a very cheerful goodbye to her mother. See you soon, Amma. Oh, see you soon. This expression gave hope not only to herself but also to her mother. It was her way of expressing that I am enjoying life, I'm happy. Mother, you should also enjoy life and continue living, in the hope that we may meet again. This is what she wanted to convey. And then smile and smile and smile. So she keeps a smile pasted on her lips. This was her way of hiding her true feelings. She had to do a great effort, to make a great effort, to keep that smile pasted on her lips. She was hiding her true feelings of guilt, of anxiety, of fear. Guilt at even thinking of death about her mother. Guilt at not being able to do enough for her mother. She had commitments to keep, and that is why she had to go away. Anxiety, obviously, at her mother's well-being. And finally, fear of losing her mother. Fear of not being able to see her again. The fear of separation. So, this is the beautiful poem that has been wonderfully expressed by the poet. And now for the appreciation of poetry. You might have noticed that this poem is written in free verse. That is, there is no rhythm and rhyme in the poem, and it is only a short poem, only in one sentence. The full stop is only at the end, conveying that it is only one idea which she has, one thought, one idea that had come to her mind, and she has expressed in this short poem. Her feelings. Beautifully done. She has used a lot of poetic devices also in it. You can see enjambment, where one line flows into another, the idea flows into another. Then you have simile, where she's comparing her mother's face to that of a corpse, and the second time to that of a waning late winter's moon. Then you have lots of imagery in the poem, where you can create an image in your mind. Trees sprinting back, children spilling out of home, the way they rush out, and also the mother sleeping with her mouth open. These visual imageries help you to imagine the scene very vividly. Apart from that, she has also used metaphor and personification. Metaphor, children spilling out. You have liquid spilling out, water spilling out. spilling over, overflowing. And here the same verb has been used for children. Children spilling out. This is a metaphor. And you have personification of trees. Trees are running. Trees sprinting. So it's a personification. Then you have some assonance and consonants. And repetition. Definitely repetition has been used in the poem. Looked and looked, you can see, has been repeated once. And then the last line, smile and smile and smile. The word smile has been repeated. This repetition of the word smile itself tells you that she wanted to say or convey that smiling was not that easy for her. It was very difficult, but she was doing it. She was making an effort to smile. And she could do nothing else other than smile. So these were the literary devices used.